Yes. So these are the topics we have discussed in the in the so far sessions. Integers. What are the uses of integers? Huh? Closure property, commutative property, associative property, and distributive property. Yes. Then with exercise 7, exercise 7, question number 1, 2, 3, we already have given the solution for those questions. And now the question number 4. And okay, in a class test, plus 3 marks are given for every correct answer. And minus 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer. And no marks for not attempting any question. So in a class test, 3 marks for every correct answer. Okay, and minus 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer. If you write incorrect, you just lost 2 marks. If you write correct answer, you gain 3 marks. But what about not attempting questions? There is no marks for any attempting questions, right? 9. Now the question number 1 is, Radhika scored 20 marks if she has got 12 correct answers. Radhika scored 20 marks if she has got 12 correct answers. How many questions has she attempted incorrectly? That is first let us discuss about that. See, number of Radhika score. What is the Radhika score? Let us have. Yes. Excuse me. Yes. What is Radhika score, Nana? Can you? Okay. I will tell you, but you are not. So Radhika scored how much? 20 marks. Yeah. The solution of question number 4. See, Radhika score. Radhika score is 20. Okay. And number of correct answers. If she has got 12 correct answers, she just write number of questions, the number of correct answers. Number of correct answers. That equals 12. If she got 12 correct answers and marks for correct answers. Okay, if she has got 12 correct answers, what is the number of marks she scored? Or the number of marks for 12 correct answers? See, each correct answer get plus 3 marks, so that 12 into 3, number of marks for correct answers, right? That equals 12 is correct, and each correct question got 3 marks. 12 3s are 36 marks, right? Therefore, marks for incorrect answer. So therefore, marks for incorrect answers. that equals altogether correct answers 36 and ikkada see Radhika scored 20 marks. Incorrect answers. Already she got 20 marks. Altogether 12 correct answers. 12 correct answers. She got 36 marks. But she got only 20 marks as given. So that means if you subtract 20 from 36, we get some clue to know about number of marks for incorrect answers, right? So 18 marks. So number of incorrect answers is, what should I write? I will write here. See here next. Therefore, number of incorrect answers equals 18 and each incorrect answer get minus 2 marks. So we need to divide it by 2 to get incorrect answers. In 18 divided by 2, we get 9. See, so number of incorrect answers are 9. Okay. So the question is, in a class, okay, every correct answer got 3 marks and every incorrect answers are minus 2 marks. Right. So Radhika got 20 marks, but she attempt 12 correct answers. But why did she get 20 marks even if she correct 20 correct answers, 12 correct answers? See, number of correct answers is 12, but if she write correct answers 12, how many marks she get actually? If each correct answer get 3 marks, she gave correct answers for 12. So 12 into 3, 36 marks she have to get, right? But here she get only 20 marks. That means she has written some incorrect answers, right? So marks for incorrect answers, to know about, you just subtract 20 minus 36. You get 18. So these are 18 marks incorrect answers. But how many marks? A number of incorrect answers. For each answer get 2 minus marks for each incorrect answer. No? Incorrect answer ki 2 marks cut అయిపోతాయి. So కాబట్టి but 18 marks వచ్చినాయి, 18 అనేవి that marks for incorrect answers. But how many incorrect answers? To know, you just divide 18 divided by 2, that is equals to 9. So number of incorrect answers are 9. Okay. And then second one. This is about the first one. Then after we'll go for the second. Right. Mohini scores minus 5. Mohini scores minus 5 marks in this test. Minus 5 marks. Right. Through she has got 7 correct answers. How many questions has she attempt incorrectly? So Radhika also attempts how many? 9 incorrect answers. But here Mohini scores minus 5 marks in this test, but not positive. Negative marks she got it. Minus 5. You just write it. Mohini scores. I'm going to rub this. Shall I? Otherwise you can write. Take one screenshot and it will useful to you to copy after the class. Right? Have you taken the screenshot? Yes. Just now, question number 5. The solution is question number 5, the second one. Mohini scores that equals to minus 5. Yeah. Marks for correct answers. Same. How many marks for correct answers? Marks for correct answers. How many correct answers she has given? She got 7 correct answers. So 7 correct answers, each correct answer gets 3 marks. So she gets 21 marks. And the marks for incorrect answers. Marks for incorrect answers. Yeah, incorrect answers. So to how do you know that incorrect answers? You just subtract 21 from how many marks she scored. See, she scored -5 and -21. Yeah. So to get altogether -5 and -5. So this can be already we have done it. Go for addition of two positive and negative integers, right? Yeah, how to add two negative integers? Just adding the number and give the negative symbol. So here -5 and -21 to get -26. Yeah, number of incorrect answers. So therefore, number of incorrect answers. Yes, that equals -26. Incorrect marks for incorrect answers are -26. Now, how many incorrect answers she has given? We should know that by divided by 2. Yes, -13. So these are the incorrect answers, and -26 is marks for incorrect answers. So in that way, she got Mohini scored -5, right? So marks for correct answers is 7. She corrected. That means 21 marks she got. And to find the marks for incorrect answers is by total marks, subtract correct answers marks from the total marks she scored. So that -5 minus plus -26 we have taken. So that -26, these are the marks, but number of questions incorrect answers, number of incorrect answers given. To know that, we just divide -26 by 2, that equals -13. You just take one screenshot and we will go for the next question. Question number 5. Right? Okay, now I'm asking about, have you taken the, right, thank you. Now, I'm giving Abhiram, please read question number 5, Nana. Abhi, unmute. Unmute chesko Nana. Abhi, can you hear me? Abhi, can you hear me? Yeah, unmute and read about the question.
An elevator descends into a mine shaft at the rate of 6 meters per minute. If the descent starts from 10 meters above the ground level, how long will it take to reach 350 meters?
Okay, good. So, an elevator descends into a mine shift at the rate of 6 meters per minute. Descends means, you know, Enana. This elevator means elevator. మనం చూడండి కింద అదే లిఫ్ట్స్ అంటామే, లిఫ్ట్స్ ని మనం ఎలివేటర్స్ అంటాము. సో ఇక్కడ డిస్కండింగ్ మీన్స్ కిందకి పోవడం. ఒక్క నిమిషం చిన్న Okay. Okay, okay. Small, sorry for the trouble. I just got some difficult. Okay. So an elevator descends into a mine, shift at the rate of 6 meters per minute, right? And if the descent starts from 10 meters above the ground level, how long will it take to reach 350 meters? Starts from 10 meters above the ground level. See, elevator, you know that lift ఉంటుంది కదా, ఈ లిఫ్ట్ అన్నమాట ఇది. ఇక మైన్ అంటే మీకు తెలుసు, మనం భూమిలో కోల్ మైన్స్, గోల్డ్ మైన్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, ఈ లోపట భూమిలోకి పోవడం, భూమిలోకి వెళ్ళి చేస్తూ ఉంటారు పని కదా. సో అందులోకి తీసుకెళ్ళటానికి లిఫ్ట్ లో షిఫ్ట్ వారీగా పనిచేస్తుంది ఇది. సో an elevator descends into a mine shift at the rate of 6 meters per minute. Okay, it takes 6 meters per minute to travel or to go, or it is for minute it has taken 6 meters length. Okay, if this descent starts from 10 meters above the ground level, how long will it take to reach 350 meters? 350 meters reach avvadaniki mari enta time తీసుకుంటుంది? So total length to be descent. First of all, you just write now. Question number 5. Wait. Question number 5. Solution. Total length to be descent. That equals 350 minus, already it is ground level, above the ground level. How many meters it is above the ground level? 10 meters. So we just get, it is descending low. This is ground level below. All are represented by negative symbols, you know. See, 350 meters minus 350 meters, and we have to subtract 10 meters from that. So we get both are minus. We just add two negative integers. It becomes 360 meters actually. Rate of the speed of elevator. Next, the total length to be descent. How much? Minus 360 degrees. Why do we represent 360 by negative? It is already 350 meters is in the low level. What do you say? A ground level. So ground level above is represented by positive symbols, and ground level below is represented by negative symbol. You know everyone that, brother. So it is 10 meters, starts from 10 meters above the ground level. So that we have to subtract from minus 350 meters. So then we get total minus 360 meters is total length descent. Then rate of the speed, we have to write rate of the speed of the elevator. What is the rate of the speed? 6 meters per minute. Per minute. What is the total distance time taken to descent? Time taken to descent. How much distance it is? Minus 360 meters by 6 meters per minute. So altogether the distance is minus 360 meters. We have to descent total length. What is the rate of the elevator is 6 meters per minute. So for 6 minute for minute, it descends 6 meters. How much time will it take to descend to minus 360 meters? To know that, to find that, you just subtract minus 360 divided by 6. You just divide it. Okay, 360 is divided by 6. 6 6 are 36. 0 will bring down 0. 6 0 0. That is equals to 0. Altogether, minus 60 minutes. That means 60 minutes, that equals 1 hour. Okay? Nana, 360 meters to descent. It takes for 1 minute for 6 meters. To descent of 360 meters, it takes 60 minutes. As I have shown on the board, I am on the screen. So that means 60 minutes, that equals 1 hour. Okay, this is all about the question number 5. So take one screenshot, you can copy in the book, right? Okay, complete exercise 7 completely, and also I will send reflection. We need to write one project work and one reflection, you know. Have you taken the screenshot? Right, okay.